That was interesting. It always is interesting, though. It's what I love about having a show that is live at 5:30 in the morning. There's some interesting things that happen, and you just kind of got to roll with it. You know what I'm saying? Like all these cameras that were just perfect just a second ago, now they're all delayed. But you know what? The show must go on. So it'd help if I would have the intro. Maybe I'll go find that. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? See, there's no excuse for you not pushing yourself to the next level. In order for you to create a new you must have a new mindset. When teams come together, we can create things that are greater than the sum of all of their parts.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to seven, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Look at Allison Musante dropping 1,500 stars. First thing in the morning here on hashtag Rise and Grind. What an incredible way. And Michael Guthrie just dropped 100. What are you guys doing today? Are you showing some love and support for your boy here on hashtag Rise and Grind? Because I love that. You know I'm going to take that loot and I'm going to go out into the community and I'm going to make a massive impact in somebody's lives. That's what we do here on hashtag Rise and Grind. When we take it offline, we just go out into the community and bless people. Sometimes we're hugging homeless people in the middle of the streets. Other times we're serving Lexington PD or other members of the front lines, things like that, all because of your stars. We're able to make those things happen. So thank you so much. Rodney Hatfield just dropped 500. I guess this is going to be an episode filled with stars, which is very fitting because we've got some stars in here that we are going to talk about here in just a little bit. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Today is Wednesday. That's right. Today is Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Wednesday, July 8th, 2020. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most of this absolutely incredible, incredible day. Now, Wednesday around here is also known as CMA Day. Carter Myers Automotive Group. They have their own day of the week. There's a reason for that. It's very, very deserving. So I was actually at CMA. I was at Carter Myers Automotive doing some training with my friend Danelle Delgado just recently. Just a few weeks ago, we were out there hanging out with the CMA crew, pretty amazing crew. I know that looks like we're in like a house, and that's because we rented an Airbnb to do our training, to get everybody off site, all the different employees in a new environment so that we could expand our minds, so that we could look at doing things a little bit different, so that we could grow together in an environment without distractions, so on and so forth. So I just spent some time out there with this amazing group, and I got to tell you, this is my friend Liza here. There's Danelle in the background, and Liza was asking some really powerful questions. Of course, Danelle's doing what she does as far as her training and so on and so forth. And it was really, really cool. And so I just want to share with you this morning, like, it was on my heart as I was spending some time in prayer, some time in gratitude, and I was thinking about you specifically. I was thinking, man, like, If you're looking for an amazing place to work, Kim Fair, 500 stars. Thank you. If you're looking for an amazing place to work, right? Or, maybe you're just Brian Hess with 1,000 stars. You guys are cute. You guys are distracting me. You guys are just dropping all these stars. I love it, man. What a way to start the day. Thank you so much. So listen, maybe you're thinking about a change. Maybe you're waking up today, you're kind of groaning out of bed, you're not looking forward to going to work. You don't necessarily enjoy your leaders. You don't necessarily enjoy the environment that you're in. You're just not loving it, right? Like there's not joy. Like when I wake up in the morning, I am so excited to get to work. Part of my job is to join you here 5:30 a.m. on hashtag Rise and Grind. And so I get excited about that. And throughout the day, I get excited because I get to spend time with amazing humans from around the world, whether it be the dealers that I'm working with, the businesses that I'm collaborating with, the messages and whatnot that I get from Rise and Grind members, or doing things like offline, spending time with my kids, seeing my wife. BG just dropped 500 stars. You guys are amazing, right? Like I love it. It's joy. So maybe you are in a position where you don't feel that way, right? And you're just thinking like, man, it must be nice. Must be nice to work at a place that you love, to work at a place that you look forward to going to. And I just want to tell you, like, you might be thinking, well, I can't make a change at this point. Here I am, I'm halfway through my life. Like I'm already pot committed. I've been with this company. I've been with these people. I've lived in this city. I've lived in this town. Maybe you're telling yourself all of those things. Maybe you have some of those limited beliefs. And so I just want to share with you today. I want to share with you that the reality is right now, if that's how you're feeling, right now more than ever is the absolute best time of your entire life. It is the best time to make a move. If you want to and feel like and are thinking about making a move, the time is right now. Period. Hands down. Listen, you're halfway through the year 2020, and you're also halfway through or near a midway point in your life, right? The majority of people that watch this show are in their late 20s all the way through to their early to late 50s. Most of us are at a midway point or close to. I think we can agree and accept that, right? Average lifespan of a human is 70 years old. So most of us are at a halfway point. So if you're like in the middle and you're in this season and you're working towards your golden years, right? Some people say this is the golden years right now that you're in. Other people say golden years is kind of retirement, right? That's what other people say. So you're either in this golden season or working on and towards this golden season, or a combination of both. Now's the time to make a change. Now is the time to make a change. And I would highly suggest you consider the auto industry. If you're not already in, I would highly suggest considering the auto industry. It is a life-changing industry. It is an incredible industry, and it is filled with amazing superhumans. Like, seriously. I love it. I played golf with a guy named Tyler the other day, 25 years old. He made $26,000 last month. He's an incredible finance manager. He works at Dan Cummins. He does an amazing job. He serves customers like unbelievable. He's at church every Sunday. He wakes up at 4:30 every day. He works out. The dude is he's living an incredible existence. He's 25. Isn't that amazing? No degree, none of that. Walked into the auto industry, and his life has completely been transformed. My life has been transformed. The Carter Myers Automotive Group is transforming lives. Their mission is moving lives forward. That's their mission. That's all they want to do. They just want to move lives forward. And I'm just telling you right here, right now, if you're looking to make a change, now's the time. Now is the time. You could be with an incredible organization like CMA. I have some other groups that I work with as well, some other dealers. I'm telling you, it's an amazing, amazing industry. So I want you to ask yourself today, I'm going to challenge you to ask yourself a question. You are in the middle, the halfway point, right? You are working on your golden years. Can you do what you do right now for the rest of your life with joy? Is what you're doing today setting you up for a solid future tomorrow? Are you maximizing your potential? Do you truly believe that your position that you're in right now with your life and your work is the one that's going to carry you through to the finish line? If the answer to any of those questions is no, then we need to talk. But before we go too deep, let's dance. That's right. Come on. You're like, dang, Glenn, got deep on me early, punching me in the face. Golly, why can't you be nice? You know what I'm saying? I know how y'all are feeling. Listen, for those of you that know, there you go, get loose. For those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where I need you to, maybe if I don't say that word, Facebook won't be so mad at us. Facebook has been really mad at us lately. You've been noticing it. They've been kicking you out, not giving you notifications, having a hard time finding the show, so on and so forth. So that just means we got to push more output. If we're having a problem with our inputs, if we're not getting the success that we're used to, that means we have to increase our output. That's what that means. So if you could help me increase the output, if you know what I mean, I would greatly appreciate it. It's also the part of the show where I'm going to say good morning to you. I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, say what's up. I'll say what's up back. Mr. John Coltonborn, how are you, sir? What's up, Ray Hatcher, Eddie Brown, Tina Bacon, Brian? Dude, that conversation you and I had last night, Brian Hess, I can't even tell you. I stayed up for like another hour thinking about it. Then I woke up this morning thinking about it. There were some key components in that conversation that will be transformative going forward. No doubt about it. So I appreciate that, man. What's up, Mike Stevens? Brian Edlin's in the house. Kim Fair. Heather Parody. Is Heather Parody going to... I don't know. Do I know a Heather? Do I know a Heather Parody? Are you guys calling for more Heather Parody? I'll have to figure that out. What's up, Jeff Baker? How you doing, Josh? Oh, good morning, Miss Liza Myers-Borges. Excited to see you and the rest of CMA a little bit later today. What's up, Ray Hatcher? Jesse Ican Sparkman. We got Don Sankey in the house. That music seems a little low to me. Is it low to you? Or is it good? Because, you know, we got to, like, feel it. If you can't feel it, it's not the same. It's just kind of like background. Maybe we need to turn that up a little bit. How about that? There we go, just a little bit more on that. What's up, Amanda Sanders? How you doing, Don Sankey? Tony Thorstad's up in the house here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Man, it's going to be an incredible morning. I'm sorry for the gut punches this week. Yesterday, somebody was like, dude, why you got to hit me like that? That's what I'm here for. I'm here to extract the best out of you, the most that we can possibly get, the biggest impact that you can possibly make. That's what it's all about here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Good morning, Stacy Calzada. Great to see you, Spencer Tarasi. Let's go. So I've been in the auto industry for 22 years now. Is that right? Ha! Crazy. Been in the auto industry for 22 years now. Had a little season in the middle where I took a break, kind of got away from it for a little while because there's different sides to the car business, man. There's just different sides. You could work for great leaders and great humans, and it can be something that really catapults your life forward. You can also work with and around not so great humans and not so great people that can take your life on a downward and a backward slide. And so altogether, I've been in 22 years. And one of my crowning achievements of my time in the car business was working at this incredible dealership in Paris, Kentucky, dealership called Dan Cummins Chevrolet in Buick. And at that dealership, I started in 2011. I started as a salesperson, worked my way up into management, and ultimately became the general manager of the dealership. And as the general manager of the dealership, we were able to grow. And in March of 2018, we took this little store in a little town that was selling 120 cars a month in 2011 when I started. And our biggest month was we sold 1,043 cars in March of 2018 with me at the helm steering the ship, right? Super cool. I loved working there. Great team. All of those things. October of 2018, just 7 months after our biggest month in 60-year history, I quit. I left. I quit my job at the peak of my career in the auto industry. I quit my job when my wonderful and amazing and very patient wife was pregnant with our 7th child. It's not something I would necessarily suggest for people to do, right? It doesn't seem like the sound thing to do. I quit, and to be honest with you, when I did, I looked around and I didn't really have a plan. There was just something in my gut that was telling me that I was made for more. There was something in my gut telling me that I could make a bigger impact, but I was going to have to step out of what was comfortable. I was going to have to step out of a lifestyle that I actually enjoyed, but I was going to have to step out in order to do more. I was going to have to start over. And it was scary. It was really scary. But here's what's interesting is you see the miracles in life is always in what's left. The miracles, BG said she cried. Yeah, man, a lot of people were freaked out when I left. I remember Scott Simons, he watches this show. Scott Simons called me and was like, Glenn, what are you doing? Right? No one really understood how I could walk away from that. I was making great money. There was something missing, though. And I didn't want to spend any more time when I couldn't answer those 3 questions. Rodney says, I'm feeling all that right now. I feel you, bro. Can you do what you do forever with joy? Is what you're doing today setting you up for a solid future tomorrow? And are you maximizing your potential? I couldn't answer yes to all those questions. And so I had to look at what I had left. And that's what's amazing about life is the miracle is always in what's left. It's not in what you've lost or what you have to gain, but it's in what you have right now. We've seen that in biblical proportions. It's always what exists. And so when I left, what did I have left was the question. And of course, I had my resume, right? I had the resume of success that I'd had in the auto industry. I had my connections and my contacts and the amazing superhumans that I could model and learn from, incredible leaders, right? I had my family, of course, and the support of them. I got to tell you, my wife was pregnant, my wife is always pregnant, but my wife was about to have Oakland when I quit, and you would have thought that she would have freaked out, but instead she smiled ear to ear. It was the biggest smile I've ever seen her smile when I told her I'd quit my job. And I had Rise and Grind. I had you guys. That was what was left. 20 years of hard work, growth, and development. 20 years of connections with amazing humans, developing relationships. 20 years of building and growing and strong relationship with my family. And 2 years of you, members of Rise and Grind. And so that's what I had left. And with what I had left, God was able to create something truly, truly amazing. Look, Suzanne, she says no, no, and no. See, no, no, and no. God did not put you here to live a no, no, and no life. That's not why you're here. You should be able to say yes, yes, and yes. Can you do what you do now forever with joy? The answer should be yes. Is what you're doing today setting you up for a solid future? The answer should be yes. Are you maximizing your potential? The answer should be yes. Listen, I know it's scary. And this is just on my heart today, and it's a little different episode of Rise and Grind. And don't get me wrong, I'm not telling everybody to go out there and quit their jobs. I'm not telling you that at all. What I'm telling you is you have options. You are at that midway point in your life. You must start asking yourself some very serious questions. Otherwise, you're going to get on the other side of this. And when you're on the other side of this, it's going to get more and more difficult. Look, I want to give you some examples. When I was at Dan Cummins, this guy right here, John Hinkson. John Hinkson was 50 years old. He came in and bought a car on a Friday night. Came back the next Monday. He said, Glenn, I was in your dealership on a Friday night at 9 o'clock and everybody was smiling. He said, I've worked in factories my entire life. Go to my factory on a Friday night at 9 o'clock. See if you can find a single human smiling. He said, I want to be a part of this. I said, yes, sir. We brought him in. He'd never sold a single car before in his life. He sold 501 cars his first 12 months in the business. Drastically, his income jumped 5 times what he had ever made in his life because he made a decision, one that could fill him with passion and joy. Look at this guy, Sean Hayes. You may know him. You may not know him. He's a dear friend of mine. My friend Sean Hayes was in the car business for a long time as a salesperson. Just over 3 years ago, he decided to make a shift in his life. He decided he was going to dive into personal development. He decided he was going to brand himself on social media. Fast forward, now he's a general manager with the Carter Myers Automotive Organization, one of the best automotive organizations in the country. He went from salesman to general manager in 3 years because he made a decision and he said, what do I have left? What can I do? I'm tired of living that life and that existence, and it's time for me to go to the next level. I can give you lots of examples. Harrison Ford at 35 years old is when he got his start. Tim Allen at 38 years old is when he got his start. Billy Bob Thornton at 42 years old is where he got his start. Morgan Freeman at 50 years old is where he got his start. The list goes on and on. People in business, people in Hollywood, people in your town, people in your neighborhood, people on hashtag Rise and Grind. It's happening. It's happening. This week we've been talking about your golden years. Now is the time, dude. We've been talking about your golden years. This season that you're in now, maximizing it, and the next season, the season that you have ahead, making sure that you're creating something powerful and amazing that you can carry through with joy. See, there's something that you have to really understand. I say it on every show. Maybe it falls on deaf ears sometimes, but here's the reality of the situation. You are 3D, not 2D. You are a three-dimensional human being. Mind, body, spirit. The spiritual side from you comes from God. God has planted in you seeds of greatness. These seeds of greatness fall dormant. They fall dormant when we layer them, we don't fertilize them, we cover them, we bury them, we pay no attention to them. We do what we thought we should do, what was maybe a good decision 20 years ago. And I'm not saying that that wasn't a good decision 20 years ago, but a decision you made 20 years ago that was good might not still be a good decision for you 20 years later. If you're not fertilizing the seed of greatness, if you're not expanding, if you're not growing, if your impact is not stretching, if you're not uncomfortable, then there's a problem. Because you were designed by the creator of the universe. You were designed to live the absolute best, to become the absolute best version of yourself that you can possibly be. The best, the fertilized, the high product, like the high quality stuff, the grade A, right? That would sound weird if I said it that way. You're like, you're grade A beef, right? But you are. You're exceptional. Somewhere along the line, some of you made decisions, either for someone else or for yourself in your situation at the time, and you've allowed that decision to carry through now. And so I challenge you today to ask yourself those three questions. Can you do what you're doing now forever with joy? Is what you're doing today setting you up for a solid future? Are you maximizing your potential? If the answer is no, we either need to make a shift where you're at, pour more into where you're at to extract that, or it's time for you to make a move. I've got options for you. I got tons of them in the auto industry. I know great, amazing leaders. CMA is hiring right now. CMA Day. You could be a part of that organization and work with amazing humans like Liza Myers-Borges, my dear friend, and the rest of her incredible organization, Scott Simons, Ben St. Hour, all of these incredible GMs and humans over there. Obviously, you could work with Sean Hayes if you wanted to. You know, there's Ben Rex Road and Talal and Warren, just all these amazing humans, right? If you can say yes, then keep feeding that. If you could say yes to those three questions, keep feeding that, because you're stepping out. You're doing what you're supposed to do as a child of God, the God of the universe, the God who made everything. The decisions you make today, they matter. They make an impact on your friends, on your family members, on your co-workers. You showing up here today made an impact on me. Listen, I love you. I want you to love you. I love you. I want you to love what you do. I want you to love your work. I want you to love your life. You deserve it. Listen, if you need more videos like this, you can go to GlennLundy.com. That's right. You can go to GlennLundy.com, get more videos. Go out there, have an incredible day today. Ask yourself those three questions. If the answer is no, start thinking, what do we need to do? How do we need to shift? Now is the time for you to make the changes in your life that you need to make to become the best version of yourself that you can possibly be. And then come back here again tomorrow morning, 5:30 a.m. We'll do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Fair enough? Wow. Interesting episode, gut check. Right? It's like, wow. Really good, really got to ask those questions. Amanda Sander, you need to find your yes. Yes, you do. Brian Hess, yes, yes, yes. See, some of you were thinking, well, that doesn't exist, Glenn. Nobody really has those things. Yeah, they do. Look, Linda LeBon's, yes, yes, yes. Right? It's incredible, man. It's incredible. It's out there. You just didn't realize it. and it's not your fault. But now you know. If you don't do something about it now, then I'll blame you next year or something like that. Straight fire to kick off CMA Day, says Jeff Baker. That's right. Have an awesome day, Heather Fox. I'll see you. You guys are awesome. Janelle Griego, great to see you, girl. Janelle's been stepping it up lately, too. She's like, jumping in with some jabs. I love it. Eddie Brown, great to see you, my man. You bet, Eddie. I'll share my heart. Michael Guthrie, why not? Why not what? I missed that part. The Twangs. Mike Higdon says yes, yes, yes. See, Mike's in the auto industry. He's with an incredible organization. They're growing. He's making an impact in people's lives. Oh, love it. Kim Wilson, thanks, Glenn Lundy. Have an amazing day. You too, Kim. Whoa, Sean Weatherby just dropped 2,000 stars. To end the show. You guys are awesome, man. I can do this all day long. I should probably get out of here, but, you know, whatever. Bruce Pulver, fire, my man. Bruce, break that down for me. Fire, F-I-R-E. Freedom involves realizing I got so close. You're going to have to do it. Vicky Everett says no, no, no. But soon to be yes, yes, yes. Got it, girl? See, no, no, no. That's not okay. No, no, no is not okay. Just so you know. It's not okay. You have to do something about it. Why not go out and get it today? That's right, Guthrie. Kelly Taylor, 100 stars. Thank you, Kelly. Love it. Colton Bourne says something I can't say on this show. DJ Campbell, 100% happier with the changes. Hard, but worth it. It is hard. Sean Hayes. Dude, we've talked about you today, Sean Hayes. Popping in. We're actually done. I'm just over here, you know, jabbering now. Having fun with my friends. But we talked about you today, man. Great picture of me and you right here. Yeah, pretty cool. Thank you, Pam. Pam says, great show. All right, I better get out of here. You guys have a good day. I'll see you tomorrow. Look, Rodney Rock Hatfield, another 200 stars. I am Sean. I'm literally just jabbering. Find inspiration and reach excellence. There you go, Bruce. That's what I'm talking about. Find inspiration and reach excellence. I'm going to finish on that. Take care.